they're now my ex-pupils of mine, got together and formed what was called a self-advocacy group. And this is a group in which they explore their opinions about the world in which they live in. And they wanted to voice these opinions, and they were very interested in video and very interested in that particular media. And we approached the Prince's Trust, the Millennium Commission for funding for the project, and they decided to make a video about their lives, and they trained and they learned the various skills involved in video making, and now we're delighted to be able to be presenting that video today.
And who will be watching this? Where will the copies be sent?
Well, the young people have identified that the copies could be sent to a range of different people, everything from youth groups, church groups, community groups, teachers, social workers, anybody who wants to raise issues around disability and issues around learning difficulty. They tackle three particular areas. One is education, the other is employment, and they tackle discrimination as well. So it's a very, in many ways, a poignant but a very simple statement that young people with learning difficulty should be treated equally.
David Robinson, what exactly did you do in this video?
Well, we mostly help explain about how disability was being treated badly in the workplaces, and we did some acting, and we added some background music to this tape and all, so it looks really professional.
I'm presenter and narrator of the video.
Have you any ambitions to maybe get into television after all this taster?
Well, I've always been interested in work on how TV programmes are made.
Mark Durkin, you're here to launch this video this morning. How important is it that people with disabilities, learning difficulties, should actually produce something like this to let people know what they think of the work?
Well, I think it's very important because we have a situation here now where these people, they're not just in the video, they've actually worked on the video, so it's not about them, it's actually from them. And I think that is very important. That's what marks it out maybe from a lot of the other things that we see in this important area.
Before we go
group, and I'm delighted to welcome the producer of SAME. He's also the principal of Foilview, and his name is Michael Dobbins. Michael, nice to see you again. How you doing?
Great, Frank.
And alongside him, one of the young people involved, David Robinson. How you doing, David?
Oh, okay.
The only thing David wanted when he came on, he says, any chance of a Coke, Gallagher? And I says, calm yourself, young fella. We'll get you something at the next break. Will you survive till then? You will.
Definitely will.
You know, the thirst is something fierce. There's fresh water there. It's no substitute for a young fella, so we'll have to give it to the producer.
Not
the
the real
producer
thing,
can have
Frank.
it's not the real thing, you know. And we'll be talking to Paul Martin later on, who's part of it as well. But as I said to you, we'll be showing a substantial chunk of it. Anyway, this is what it says about it, and Michael will tell us more. This video provides a rare insight into our lives as young people with learning difficulties living in the Northwest. The viewer will see and hear us give our perspective on the world we live in. We discuss a range of issues which include discrimination, employment and education. So give us a background to it first, Michael, because I know that you had the launch recently and there was tremendous interest in it. In fact, we had to feature it on our own news bulletins here. So,
Well, the background is that it was about 2 years ago, Frank. I had a group of very vocal students who wanted to do something along the lines of video, but they also wanted to say about the education that they were receiving, about the world they were living in. And we formed a self-advocacy group, and I think the first thing we had to do was learn how to say it properly.
Yeah, I had to make 3 stabs in it there during the ad break myself. Bridge Self-Advocacy Group.
That's it.
But there was a
rock and roll. He has it spot on,
Exactly.
of course, David has.
But there was a pre-existing group called the Foil self-advocacy group who were based in Maybrook Adult Training Centre. And they advised our young people in setting up their own group. And one of the things that they identified that they wanted to do was to make a video about their lives. So we approached Empower Millennium Awards, they're part of the Prince's Trust group.
That's right,
And we put an application in, we worked together on putting the application in, and then, luckily enough, we received the money, and that was the start of our woes. And we engaged an excellent local organisation called Bogside Community Video, and they worked with the young people over the last 2 years putting together what we think is an excellent film.
David, how did you enjoy the experience working on
Well, sometimes it was frustrating, but we got there at the end. The hardest part was finding the right places to film and all. Because usually if you go into the town, like, it's usually packed out, like, but
that's right.
Luckily we got it all squeezed in. But the most important part was doing the filming and the editing and special effects now on the PC, which was very hard at the start, but we got through it, no bother. Like.
Well, it's great. Probably now you wonder why it was hard. As wee buns, is it? Yeah.
It's definitely is easy now, but it was thanks to Sean Maguire, who is part of Bogside Video, and Declan, who helped us with the camera work and all that.
Yeah.
So we got through it okay, like, but it was hard.
Tell me this, David, because of the experience, right? Did it make you interested in the whole business of making film? I mean, would it be something you'd be interested in doing more of?
Well, I would like to make another one in the near future, so something similar to that, but...
No, I think you'd be great because, I mean, to have such confidence considering you're only working at it a wee while.
Yes.
As an example, Michael. Well, proof where needed.
Yes.
You know, it's great for young people. It's training for them.
Well,
It gives them confidence.
That's it. It's about providing opportunities.
Yeah.
And people respond when they're given opportunities. And David and the rest of the self-advocacy group clearly responded, and you can see the product of that response there.
Yeah, very much so indeed. And how many young people are we talking about in total who are involved?
There's 8 people involved directly in the
Yeah.
making of that project, but the self-advocacy group itself has had a varying membership over the past maybe 3 years now, David.
Yeah,
Upwards of 15 to 20.
right. And you all get on well together, good spirit of cooperation.
Well,
Odd wee argument, go on, admit it.
there's times there where we have a bit of a row, but we try to put that behind us and just move.
Well, that's what
on.
they call artistic temperament, David, you see. When you have creative people working together, there's an odd wee spark here and there.
And when we spark can set the whole group off, so it can.
That's very, very true. Spark can set it on fire. Literally, that was very, very true indeed, you know. What age are you, David?
20, and I'll be 21 on the 17th of December.
Oh, will you? 17th of December. I am going to write that down so that I can remember on the 17th of December.
Sure, you can write a check if you want, sure.
This is, lacking in confidence before he makes a video, and now he's on, he wants to, that's something else, you know. Let's get Anne Monroe to give him one of these vouchers as well. I'll have to get him something sorted. It's 8 days before Christmas Day exactly, so I must remember that day to say a very, very happy 21st birthday to the cheekiest young fella in Derry.
But unfortunately, I can't get Channel 9 out in New Buildings. It's a really bad picture right there.
I know that, and it's something that we're addressing in the near while. Now, maybe the new year before is dressed, but you will be getting us loud and clear, hopefully, you know. No, I know that from not just residents out there, but from your friend and representative, Mr. William Hay. I know very much so. We're going to sort it out in due course.
I saw him this morning there, and he was in a good mood, like.
Was he?
Because I live next door to him, sure.
There's no wonder he's in a good mood then. You know Willie well, yeah. Well, we'll make sure you get that signal in due course because more people will be in the new year, David. So you can pass that good word on, you know. Right. But you enjoyed this experience. It was worth it.
Definitely was very good video. So there's but my favourite bit is was following around the schools now.
Aye.
So that was good crack, so it was.
Yeah, well, importantly, I mean, as much as it was hard work, the crack was mighty, and that's important.
Well, if it hadn't so many things like if the atmosphere is not right, it doesn't go well, like, so it doesn't.
No,
there were building up to this. There was a lot of crack. There was a lot of good times, and they practiced doing various news broadcasts, and there was even a Jerry Springer show, but we couldn't show that to you.
Well, we probably
could. Who was on it? Go on, spill the beans now, David.
I was the presenter. Well, Paul was presenter in part 1 there, and I was presenter in part 2.
Yeah, so he was Springer 1, you were Springer 2.
Kind of.
2 Springer Spaniels with the looks.
We kind of made a big excuse, like Paul had constipation, so he had to go home or something.
Yes, sounds like a favourite Springer subject to me, doesn't it? Very much so, yeah.
Sure, there is a Springer show, I think it's in America. I married a horse.
Well, that's probably one of his milder ones, you know. But
you can see where we're going.
I can see why the 50 minutes that we're going to show is absolutely nothing.
Yes,
that's not compared to it at all
whatsoever to do.
Yes. But there was great crack in the making of it, right?
It's clean mental.
I know we'll be talking to Paul after a wee while as well. Important.
Well, I have to give you a wee bit of a warning from Paul. he likes to speak his mind.
And are you telling me, young Robinson, that you don't?
Well, not as much, like.
Shy and retiring, not a word to say for himself.
This is what empowerment's about, Frank.
That's what empowerment is about, surely. So Paul's going to come on now and give me some, as they say, serious jip altogether, is he?
Probably.
Which of the two of you get on the best, you know?
You're right there.
Why do I get this horrible suspicion that now that this happened, you see, all these young people involved in movies now, that as well as empowerment, that great word, they're starting to employ agents. You know, it's as if now that Martin's his agent and vice versa.
Yes.
This is the drift. This is the drift I'm getting.
It's from
here.
empowerment to self-promotion now, Frank. Really, isn't it?
Yeah, you're great altogether. Well, listen, David, good to see you.
Yeah.
And congratulations. And say hello to your next door neighbour for us, won't you?
Hello, Wally. How you doing?
When you go home, young fella, you don't have to be waving. He'll not. Sure, he can't get the. If you can't get the picture in New Buildings, he can't
Well,
either.
I can just about get the picture, so I can make out sound all that. So.
Yeah, that's what somebody said about me once. I can just about get the picture. Michael, you hang in there, okay? Because I want to have a wee chat about Foilview. You are the principal after all, and a more general chat as well as specifically about this. But then the man who has loads to say for himself is joining us in a wee minute, so we'll take the ad break now. Thank you. Of Foilview and producer of the Our Lives Bridge Self-Advocacy Group video. As I say, I'll be showing a good chunk of it later on. And another one of the protagonists that David Robinson was talking about there, Paul Martin. Paul, nice to see you.
And thank you.
Not at all. Tell us about your whole experience, Paul, in the making of this video. What did it mean to you? What did you do?
Well, I'm the presenter, narrator, and co-director in the video.
Well done.
So I had a very big job on it.
Yeah. How did you approach it? Were you a wee bit nervous, or were you confident? Or you're certainly confident now, but before it?
A wee bit nervous,
Yeah.
but it sort of went away as soon as we started doing it.
Mm. Was it exciting, though, importantly?
It was exciting because by doing the video we were reaching out to the disabled community of Derry.
Yeah, yeah. And of course that was a very important feature. The most important feature of it, wasn't it?
And I feel that this video will make the able-bodied community become more aware that disabled people are just people.
Yeah. That's true, because I couldn't agree with you more, and I'll come back to Michael about this, because sometimes the word disability is used far too often. I mean, what we're talking about is ability, different levels of ability. And I would be certainly a champion of that cause. I couldn't agree with you more. Has this given you a taste, a wee bit like David, to do this again, to get involved in some way in this whole process? You know, not just, as you say, for people with disability, but the whole excitement of camera work and direction and production. And
Well, there's a possibility that we could be taking part in more similar projects within the new year or so.
yeah, 2 years' work. The 2 years flew, did it?
Well, we lost about a couple of months' work last year when we took the summer holidays
Right.
off, so that set us back a bit.
Oh, that's just it. You stars can get holidays. This is it. It's good for some. For old Thomas like
Don't mention the
myself.
summer holidays.
Day and night work. Isn't that right, Michael?
Yes.
Michael, you're the principal of Foilview, and something like this is grist to the mill and very, very important for you. And the empowerment, as you mentioned, and the lads are testament to that empowerment.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. Some years since I talked to you on radio, but generally, do you think the perception, and Paul was alluding to it there, the perception of what he refers as the able-bodied community for those with perhaps less ability, has that changed? Are people a bit more sensitive now? Are they as patronising? Or because patronising is something that happens, isn't it?
Well, one thing that we find, that I've found over the years, is that families of children, families of people with disabilities often have a story to tell.
Yeah.
And they have good stories, and they have good very negative stories as well too. But at a larger scale, things are changing. We have got new legislation coming in, and I know now that we have to push through a few test cases to get this legislation on the statute books. But overall, there's a general goodwill, but that sometimes doesn't translate down to the lived experience of people with disabilities. And one of the things that we found when we started the Self-Advocates group 3 years ago, there were 2 members of our group who lived locally, and they were very isolated within their own community. And when they went to the shop, they were called various names, and Paul refers to names that people are called.
Oh, I know, it's in the
tape
video.
as well,
It's a very honest video.
so that started that. In many ways, that started the ball rolling that led to
Aye.
the reason why the young people decided to make the video. But in saying that, there are also very positive stories to tell.
Well, I mean, the overall story is a positive one, but have you experienced that yourself, Paul, the name calling?
Oh, I've experienced it in secondary school when I was in Templemore, as I say on the video.
Aye.
And just call names like spastic and retard.
And how did you feel when that happened?
I got easily upset by it.
Listen, we would all get easily upset. I mean, they say sticks and stones would break bones and names would never hurt them. Never was an adage so wrong, Michael.
Very much so.
Isn't that right?
Very much so. It goes to lessening the person and providing or making them isolated within him. And Paul has often talked to me about that isolation that he felt as a
Yeah.
consequence of what was necessarily not unrelated to his disability, but just basically bullying.
That's it. Bullying is bullying is such a huge problem now, Paul. I mean, we were reading in the papers about what happened to that poor wee lad, Damilola Taylor. That's that's a cause célèbre now in London. But that he died, unfortunately. But there are lesser, not lesser, but smaller instances that we don't hear about. The constant bullying and the psychological bullying is terrible, isn't it?
Very much so. But again, back to a positive story. This shows a breakthrough, a good response to that.
Yeah.
We've got young people tackling an issue head on, explaining their views on it and how they react to it when these things are done to them, and offering people maybe a window into how they should behave, because this is designed for people out there who may have negative views of people with disabilities. It's designed for other young people in schools and colleges as well to have a look into what the lives are like for young people with learning difficulties locally.
You see, it's the unthinking aspect of it. There was a famous case a couple of weeks ago where Mike Murphy used the word spa on the Spin the Wheel programme on RT on Saturday night. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I wasn't aware of that, no.
Yeah. And he apologised the following week and admitted that he didn't mean it in any derogatory sense, but he said it in an unthinking fashion. But it just shows you how close you can get between unthinking and really hurting somebody, And I suppose we're more aware now than ever because I've talked to Mary Lynch and others about in the last while, the Mary Ellen Sinan case in the Sunday Independent and what she said about the Paralympics. She'd been fairly quiet since then, mind you, because the whole country turned on her, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
It was obscene in the extreme, but at least it highlighted something,
It did. It brought maybe the issue into focus, and there was a positive that came from that. But it's still there, you've just cited a couple of cases, and there's other cases as well. Recently, Jamie Oliver, somebody who has everything.
That's right.
Who has a fantastic career
in
many different levels, and has been held up as a great role model. Asked to tell a joke, and the first joke he told was about he used the term spastics.
I know.
And that's dreadful in this day and age.
Yeah, because that's I mean, whatever about Mike Murphy not thinking when he used the word, Oliver was thinking about it. And that's different, but you see, he's unfunny. That's unfunny people use targets.
Very much.
Funny people are sensitive, isn't it?
That's right.
Such a delicate balance, really. Well, you were saying that importantly, this is all about erring on the side of positive, which it is very much. How did you react and the rest of the staff when you saw the completed works? Because you work with the young people involved in this. You saw it as producer, you saw it through it at the end, but it's only sometimes when you see something in its totality, when things are bitty, it's hard to get a picture, isn't it, Michael?
For me, it was very much a learning process working with David and Brenda and Paul and all the others as well too, because I began to question at the time how I was teaching, and I actually videoed myself teaching, and I had been talking the arguments about empowerment and the need to sort of to engage with young people in ways that empower them. And when I looked at myself teaching, what I was seeing was how I was taught at a grammar school so many years ago.
What goes around comes around. I know it too.
So it started me on a sort of whole exploration of different ways that we should be reacting and working with our young people.
Well, it's like everything our dads ever told us not to do, that we said that we would definitely not tell our own sons to do, we end up being quite the same, and the same mantras apply. Paul, congratulations.
Can I say something a wee minute?
Yes, please, yeah.
I'm a fan of Prisoner Cell Block H, and over the last few months where I've watched it, I've heard racist comments being used on it, and like racist references, like black bitch and all that.
Yeah, and it's very upsetting.
Aye.
But, I mean, if you listen to groups like the Wu-Tang Clan or some of these gangster groups, I mean, some of what the lyrics they come out with are incredible. But of course, the record companies say, "Oh well, they're selling millions, nothing matter." But yeah, well spotted, and it's something that people should take on board, you know. And it is offensive, and it's offensive for everybody. We'll have to go to news shortly now, but thanks for taking out
Thanks for
so
having
much
us.
time. Not at all. It's been a pleasure. Paul, good to see you as well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
No, my pleasure. And David, who's still there, but he's not attached to a microphone. In fact, what he's attached to, listen, will you take those ropes off me? It wasn't that bad, will you, Kieran? Listen, seriously, folks, and watch out for this later on after the 3 o'clock news. Thanks a million.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Frank.
Lorraine.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Mulligan Live today. And if you were watching just prior to the 3 o'clock news, you will know that I was talking to Michael Dobbins, the principal of Foyle View. I was also talking to David Robinson and indeed Paul Martin, who were all involved in the brilliant video. 13 minutes of the self-help advocacy group. I've pronounced it. They could pronounce it better earlier on. We're having a bit of fun about that. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today, folks. And of course, Laura will be along, Laura Doherty, with K9 once this programme finishes. But thanks very much indeed to all my colleagues for all their assistance today. I'll be back at 11 o'clock tomorrow. And now, the Bridge Help Advocacy Group. See you then. Bye.